Oh my god,
I forgot to change Nom back. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh, what is that?
That is Ferret's image
Oh, is it
for
my funny
Void
one?
Train. No, it's not your funny one.
Oh, no humor for you. Get absolutely fucking wrecked.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
Funny.
I'm dumb, not
Go back to
stupid.
being a cute kobold.
I'm not gonna traumatize my chat like that.
No, but my funny one's funny.
Your funny one is pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, well, I get this fixed. Hello, everybody, guys, gals, and pals. Welcome back to another disaster tour. Another tour of Sylvanaria. We're still waiting for one of our tour guides to join us.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, well, I get him fixed. He hasn't technically joined us yet because he's not here.
Oh, I see. I see. He's a strange floating head.
He is a strange floating head.
How will this affect the lore, honestly?
But now we're okay because it's now a strange floating nom.
Oh, thank God.
Alright. Anyways, that should have worked. Why are none of these working? I thought I was playing Spotify for a second and had a big panic.
The struggle.
I know.
Alright.
I know.
I need to hear.
There we go. That should throw Elliot off a little
I
bit.
do not have hardware acceleration on.
The redeems are correct. The redeems are correct. Do not pin questions. Alright. Well, welcome everybody back to Sylvanaria, our wonderful homebrew Dungeons & Dragons game. I caught the end of Sky's stream, so while we have probably the most people here, I do want to specify. For the Wednesday game, the community game that I heard Sky telling everybody about, you only have to apply once.
Yeah.
After that, it's first come, first serve. Okay, that one's not accurate. That one I definitely turned off. I don't know if we can give them money back for Smash or Pass. Anyways, everybody, we're going to have our players roll their D100s real quick to see who's going to ask the question of the day.
Give me a minute. I'm waiting for it to load.
Yeah, mine's taking a while too.
There we go. There we go.
It worked. Right, the IP's the same?
Yeah, the IP's the same.
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't change anything. That's good.
Isaac.
Oh my God. That is...
Guys, you roll high to ask the question. That's impressive. What's our question, Nozen?
Nom, roll me your second one as well.
Oh yeah,
Technically
so
my other two. Because I have advantage, but it don't matter. I got that 1/100, and it's not gonna happen ever.
You'll never get it again.
Nope. Never happen again.
You will be cursed.
And I'm thrilled.
No, you're not. I feel like you want it to happen.
I really don't want it to happen because the only logical thing I can see happening from that is a god just rips you off the mortal plane.
Jesus.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
I think I'd let Thelena pull me off the mortal plane, though.
That's fair. Anyways,
For
Newsen, what's your question?
That's a great, that's an excellent question.
Question of the day is, what would your question of the day be if you had to do the question of the day?
No, I think going on the you were talking about the superhero thing, if your character was moonlighting, with a secret identity, what would your name be?
Was moonlighting?
Yeah, like moonlighting as a superhero or a...
See, when someone says,
if
like,
you had
the job I go to is not superhero.
Yeah, mine
Have
goes
you guys
like
not
criminal,
heard people
showing people my ass.
That's mooning, not moonlighting.
Yeah, well,
moonlighting just means to like do something. Usually it refers to doing something in your like off time, which people generally associate with like nighttime. But it's usually
Who the fuck is a superhero in their off time? That's a full-time gig.
Batman?
Yeah, come on.
No, like fucking Spider-Man and stuff, like
Clark Kent and Peter Parker both have day jobs.
Exactly.
How the fuck do they do it?
Well, Clark Kent's
Seems
Superman, so he can
impossible.
just move
Well, that's
faster than the
Isaac.
speed of
It's
light.
funny that you asked that because that's usually sometimes the entire conflict.
Yeah,
That is
that is
true.
usually.
That is true. A lot of their big conflicts are how do I balance my superhero life with my regular life?
normal life.
The answer is you don't.
Isaac, you need to read some comics.
Do I? Or do I
Yeah.
get to, like, live my life, go touch grass, and, like, be
You don't do that
interesting?
anyway.
Isaac
I do.
touches grass more than most of us. Surprisingly. For the computer.
Surprisingly, I'm in the mountains
For
all
the
the goddamn
computer
time.
guy. Yeah, but computer guys don't normally like the outer net. So anyways, what would your
Well, I don't like the internet, so fuck that.
That's true.
Well, what is your superhero name? Your vigilante name, or was it
No,
Power?
not
or was
superhero.
it Power?
What? You
It
weren't
was- it
listening
was-
at all. It was what's your name if you're moonlighting?
As a superhero.
I think Nam would
Oh,
moonlight
okay,
as
you
a
did- you-
stripper.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
gonna
well,
say.
Moonlight
Elliot
is a
moonlights as
okay.
a pirate. So
All right, what would you moonlight as? Yes, that's a better question. So Elliot's a pirate, Nam's a stripper.
That only leaves you, Newsom.
That only
what are you,
leaves
Newsom?
me. A debutante. That's what I
What?
moonlight as. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. So
Neither does Newsom
God.
in character.
Yeah, in
I'm sorry, I
character.
didn't grow up in the South where you use your fancy words.
A debutante is more of a Regency thing, but
I don't even know what
it's
that
like
means.
it's a young
What the hell's a
woman who is
Regency thing?
Regency is a genre of like media that is referential to usually like European high society, like
A regent is a king or a queen. The regency is any part of the social structure that falls underneath a regent.
yeah, it's a popular genre of media that like usually goes. It's very
Your
like
lords, your barons, your
exactly,
what is it?
exactly.
Something Abbey, Downton Abbey.
Yeah,
I think it's a
Downton Abbey
regency.
is a really popular
Oh, you're telling
Reign's
me
a regency
it's-
show.
It wasn't a problem with your Southern heritage. It was the other half.
Yeah, it was a problem with
the
the
other,
English
the other
heritage.
half.
Classic.
Having said
You
that,
picked
if you don't
I
know what a
mean-
debutante is, it's just a clear sign that your parents never made you do cotillion.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
hell is a cotillion?
I don't
Cotillion
know.
is where
I'm
they
so
send
confused.
children to learn how to dance
Well,
I
and
had to
eat
learn how to
and have
dance.
manners. They teach you how to be a noble.
yeah, it's to teach you
Oh,
how to
that's
be
dumb.
well mannered. Yeah,
I am well mannered.
I did it for
It's-
6 years,
it's
and look
called-
how I turned out.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that explains it. You should have seen what he was wearing before stream.
It was nothing.
Oh,
was
wow.
nothing.
You know
That
what?
went- that
You know
went
what,
two
chat?
very
If,
different
you know what, chat? If we get a hype train, I'll come back from the break in the middle of this wearing what I was wearing before stream.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. Do you want
Um,
All right. No.
But yeah,
I was
so
gonna say I have heard debutante before, but it was in the context of like BoJack, where it's like it was her debutante ball, and I was like, what
Oh
the
well, that does give you a a debutante is a young woman who is preparing to enter society,
What
and
the fuck
usually
was she before that?
well, so
Cloistered.
in Regency, like the whole concept is that like parents protect their daughters before they're like of a certain age, but like she's entering society as a weddable person.
Yeah, the debutante ball is the ball that all the noble lords and their sons come to take a look at your daughter and be like, marriageable?
Should we marry
Oh, I
that?
see.
That is.
It's literally
I
like,
see.
listen, it's Renaissance Tinder.
Yeah, it is Renaissance Tinder.
Tinder. That is so much more effort than Tinder. It's got to be said.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Gotta throw a ball.
But remember,
Yeah.
I
if
know
you're a
Tinder's
rich,
expensive.
if you're a
but
rich,
fuck.
remember
I
in
feel
the
like-
social context of the time, which unfortunately is bad because the debutante didn't really get to decide who she married. It wasn't really
Yeah.
that much more effort because it was just, hey, I really like your daughter, so I have this land.
Yeah. I have these
I mean,
things
that's pretty
that
much
you
how
might
Tinder
want.
is too.
Yeah, I really like you, and I
At
have
the top
this
of my
land.
profile, it says I own 2 acres, and bing, bang, boom, top of everyone's list.
Honestly, you're probably not wrong. Like, people are like, God,
Isaac's
if I
like,
could
I'm
get
a
someone
le-
that owns anything.
It's like how the
Isaac-
children yearn for the mines. You know?
Isaac's Tinder
The children
bio.
yearn for the mines,
yearn
and the
for the
women
acres.
yearn for the acres.
Isaac's Tinder bio says 2 things: tall landowner.
Yep, tall landowner.
Anyways, as for our recap of last week,
Right.
last week got a little wild.
A little kooky, if you will.
Started out slow, we went on our training arc. Elliot tried to attune to the Snapcaster deck for the first time. Lulin is continuing to meditate. Yeah. It got a little chaotic, and then they came back and they had a nice sauna, and they didn't tell Nom that they were having a nice sauna now that his room is connected to the sauna. Nom opened up the trapdoor, thought the room was on fire, thought they were under attack, thought Elliot sacrificed himself, and then there was a very confusing, but I feel like cathartic kind of break in the tension when Elliot was like, "It's steam!" Especially when they came back through the other entrance and everyone thought they were dead already. I really don't feel like there was a lot more than that.
You missed like the entire part where I was like training on a mountain, and
I said we did some
Yeah, but
training.
that happened last time too.
Okay.
No, but Newton trained on a mountain to the point of near exhaustion and then was told, Elrond's hunting Elliot in the woods, go save him.
Yeah.
And Elliot tried to follow Newton, temporarily got our boy, what's his name? What is his name? Got our boy Jeffries killed.
Oh, so
All right,
true.
listen here.
You
I
gotta
didn't kill
re-summon
Jeffries.
him. It's
I
been so
know.
long. I don't remember the last time you cast Find Familiar.
Jeffries was really feeling like a part of the
Because
family.
good DMs don't murder Jeffries.
Oh, so true.
Most of the time, it's good players who murder their familiars, I'll have you know.
What? Because we utilize them?
Because you're
Sorry,
like, damn, that seems like it could
that was
kill
very
me.
presumptuous. Let me correct myself. Because they utilize them.
Yeah, hey, you know what? You utilized your familiar, it got killed. You're a good D&D player now.
Oh fuck! That was the opposite of my goal. That was the antithesis.
But that is about it. So where we pick up, I think everybody went to bed at the end of the last one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So we are waking up in the morning. Just the 3 of you. I don't know what Lyra's doing. I'm assuming she's just passed out.
Taking a nap.
Classic.
Taking a nap. Elliot's going downstairs to make some breakfast. For the 2nd day in a row.
So when you head downstairs to make breakfast, Elliot, assuming you're the first one awake, obviously.
Obviously.
I don't know how you couldn't be, honestly.
Sometimes Nom doesn't sleep.
Well, that's fair.
I mean, that was one time.
But when you get into the kitchen, Elrond is already in there cooking. As he kind of glances up at you. How you feeling?
Fine.
Flip some,
What are you doing awake?
cooking. I was hungry.
Oh. Okay.
You want any?
Yes.
Alright, I'm making mostly meat. I'm assuming you're fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll be okay with that.
As you see that of the 4 pans he has on your pseudo stone stove, all of them are meat. You got one full of eggs, one full of sausage, one full of bacon, and one that just seems to be reheating venison. As he kind of leans over and grabs something off the counter behind, just holds it out to you. Cup of coffee?
Yeah, sure.
Or are you a tea guy like your uncle?
I take whatever's given.
Okay. Well, there's a cup of coffee for you. Where are the other two at?
Asleep?
Well, we got... Would you say you would have woken up before or after sunrise?
Just a little bit before. Out of habit, probably.
He kind of looks out the window and he goes, "We should wake them up. Brendan's gonna be here soon."
Here? That we're going up the mountain.
No. We're doing the ritual at the springs.
Now?
Well, yeah, we need a celestial event, and sunrise is as good as any.
Alright, go get them up, I guess.
Alright.
I'll finish the food.
Whoa. I'm not waking up the angry minotaur that tried to kill me last night. You are.
Why would I do it?
Because she's gonna be more mad at you if you don't. She misses the ceremony?
Fine. I guess.
I'll go wake Nom up, though.
Yeah, okay.
As he kind of, like, pulls the pans off and sets them aside and starts walking with you through. As you reach the stairs, he just kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. He goes, "Good luck. I'm sure she'll be thrilled."
Yeah, great. Thanks, boss.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
As Elliot heads up the stairs.
Elrond heads into the library as you head up the stairs. And as you're heading up the stairs, Nom, you hear from the alchemy room, and Elliot, you hear from up the stairs. He just picks up and slams the door to the basement a couple times.
God.
Nom, you up?
We're being attacked again!
No, we're not.
And then Nom's gonna cast search for traps.
Have you said any?
Nom.
Mm-hmm.
You detect a trap behind the door to the teleportation circle. Or actually, I should say, built into the door of the teleportation circle.
The one that required blood?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay, that one's normal. Who's killing people upstairs? What's happening?
Nobody is, but Newson's about to get her gift. Do you want to come see?
I thought you were trying to kill Newson yesterday.
No. I was training. I was pretending to kill Newson.
Where's Elliot?
I don't know.
Where's Newson?
Elliot went upstairs to wake up Newson.
Then why did you say I don't know first?
Because I don't know exactly where they are. I made bacon, though.
You're acting suspicious.
I'm acting like me.
That's true.
You want bacon or not?
I don't really want bacon, but I'll come up anyway.
Okay, I'll wait for you in the kitchen. And Nom, you hear footsteps walking away as Elliot, you get to the door of Newson and Lyra's room.
You just gonna knock on the door.
Yeah, I think if you, like, knock it, the door would swing open surprisingly fast. And Newsom would just kind of, like, slide out and be like, Lyra is... I don't know if she's having, like, a trauma sleep or what's happening, but I'm just gonna leave her be.
Wow, the dichotomy.
I know.
Yeah, that's probably a good shout.
Yeah. It was... She's out cold, and I'm just gonna let her sleep for now because of everything that happened last night. I'm just assuming that the sheer craze of, I guess, thinking the house was on fire just knocked him out. But thank you for the sauna last night because I felt like shit the previous night that I had to do all of that, and I feel a lot better. I mean, I'm still sore as hell, but the sauna definitely helped me not feel like I'm gonna die today. So, thank God I don't have to do that again until tonight. Why are you waking me up? Anyway.
You know, couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Allround wants something, I think, and the other dude's gonna be here any minute. It's a
Oh,
whole
you
thing.
mean Ephraim and Sumter?
No, the scary guy with the mask. Probably head down.
Brennan?
Yeah.
He doesn't come until nighttime, doesn't he?
I don't know.
I
I
mean-
thought he would take a nap too, but like,
Yeah.
guess he's here this morning. Something about like a bath in the springs, something like that. I don't know. Let's go.
Okay. I don't want to take a bath with Brennan, but all right. I guess.
I don't know.
Guess we're gonna see what. Why did I accept this?
I've always kind of
rating?
wondered what he looked like under that mask. So
Oh, I mean, you know he's not gonna take it. You take everything else off, just not that. I think it's attached to him.
nah, I feel like he could take that mask off. You just
Yeah.
gotta try harder.
I'm sure.
Anyways,
Sure that's all that it takes as we're like walking down the stairs.
So, as you guys are walking down the stairs, would I assume this is probably about the time that Nom's gotten his stuff together and is coming out?
Yeah.
So, the three of you all kind of come together in this main living room. And it's at this point, looking through the large windows, that you realize the sun's not up yet.
Wait. What time is it? I thought it was morning. Is it not morning?
Or was that
No.
for me out of character?
It's basically morning.
Okay.
I was in character.
I was
but-
about to say,
Yeah.
it stayed silent for so long that I was like, oh shit, was that a question for me?
Nope, it was just a question nobody had an answer to. I mean,
it's basically morning. It's morning enough.
how
How
many?
morning do you want it to be?
We came back and went. We were. It was well into the morning dark hours when we came back. Would we just sleep for like an hour and then get back up? Jesus.
I like the
Yes.
darkness.
As somebody who doesn't see well in the dark, I prefer the day mostly, but you know. So we're eating breakfast and then Brennan is coming. Did the man just sleep outside our house? Like this
I
is
mean,
just
probably.
I have so many questions, honestly.
I feel like a lot of people have invited themselves over to sleep in our house.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling as well.
From the kitchen you hear, I feel like that was directed at me, but don't worry, it's true.
Well, alright, as long as you know.
Yeah, I know it's true. That's why I was directed at you.
Yeah, can you guys come into the kitchen so I'm not screaming? Like, I can hear you, but it's faint.
I guess so.
Kind of feels like eavesdropping.
It
Kind of is eavesdropping.
Yeah, it kinda is.
If we wanted to talk to you, we'd be in the room with you.
Oh, so true.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. As Elliot goes into the kitchen.
Elliot, when you walk into the kitchen, you just watch as his eyes flick over to you and go gold for about half a second.
No
Before
problem.
they just flick back down to the food he's making. And it seems like for Newson, he's making some, like, hash browns and stuff.
A little bit of hash.
I love potatoes.
Well, you know, Newson can't eat the sausage, so...
Is it beef sausage?
It's blood sausage, and the blood has come from various sources.
What, the man's just got a blood bucket?
No, I go down to the butcher shop and I
blood bucket.
collect the leftovers?
Everyone has a blood bucket, you know?
Yeah.
Do you have a blood bucket?
Am I
Yeah,
supposed to have
We
a
have
blood?
a full barrel of dragon's blood.
It's true. Get a blood barrel.
Why the hell didn't we make this out of that?
Oh, I didn't know you can
Very
eat.
expensive.
Yeah, that seems like a really expensive. We also
Yeah.
have like a lot of dragon meat, I think, still.
Well, I mean, there is a bunch in the kind of coolers. He gestures to like a large stone, essentially box where you've been keeping all your like cold goods.
Yeah.
And he goes, but I don't know how to cook it, and Lulin told me not to touch it, and that guy fucking terrifies me. So,
Well, yeah. Probably
anyways,
better to be...
we need to all lead up.
Okay. Why?
Big ceremony. You're getting your gift.
Oh.
Yours comes with other stuff.
My... A ceremony, apparently. This feels very ostentatious for something being given to me, but okay.
That word's just ruined.
When Newsom says ostentatious, Allrond looks at Elliot and goes, "Did you know she did that?"
No, I'm shocked. I'm shocked, I tell you.
I spent the
Truly
last
preposterous.
That's like
Oh,
4
Lyra's been
syllables.
teaching you new words too.
I just, you pick it up when you hang out with her a lot.
Yeah, I'd assume you pick up some bigger words like phenomenal, not ostentatious. I gotta know, what was the context that she taught you this in?
Oh, we were talking about what's this, like, when we were walking through town, this, like, really, really fucking snotty elf was walking by, and I was like, look at that guy's outfit. And she was like, yeah, he's really ostentatious. And I was like, what does that mean? And then she told me, and so now I know.
He kind of stops again, he looks at Elliot, and he goes, I can't believe she learned that word and it was about you!
It wasn't about me.
Elliot dresses very normally. Very practically, except for the like gold inlaid undershirt. But you know what?
Yeah, let's yeah, no, he dresses really practically. Rip the sleeves off. Anyways.
Look, sun's out, guns out, okay?
I suppose.
Look,
I'm not gonna judge a man
guns
who
aren't
doesn't
even
want
out
sleeves.
today. It's a bit chilly.
I know. You tossed on. Oh gosh. Okay. Remind me that I need to get you ready for spring because you're gonna shed.
I'm gonna what?
Shed.
I don't shed. I don't have fur. The other form sheds? Where does it shed? How does it shed?
When you're in the other form, you're gonna shed.
Well, that's fine. I'm never in the other form.
Well, when the full moon starts hitting, you will be. And you're gonna shed.
Okay.
The most important
that
thing...
seems like the smallest part of the problem!
Well, no, it's only a problem if you transform during the full moon if you don't have the right enrichment. Like, that's why people go on sprees. They try and chain themselves up and the wolf gets bored. No, you just gotta put some, like, toys down there, maybe something to chase around.
Ah, yes.
Haven't you ever owned a dog before?
No.
You're just gonna look at Nom and then just go, no. And just look back forward.
Honestly, the dog might outlive him, so...
Jesus Christ.
What?
The rate of your training, the dog might outlive all of us.
It's true.
All of us. Not just you guys, me too.
Yeah, well... Poor
Quit
sense
it.
of self-preservation, it seems.
Yeah, well, I never did have a good one. I mean, I did... Let us not forget the time that I left you all on a falling airship.
Left us. You jumped out.
I didn't...
You jumped out of a falling airship. Wait, that's what that happened.
No. If I remember correctly, a portal opened, and everybody went through, and I just stayed behind.
With
A
an
falling
amulet
airship.
With the amulet, that is true.
that had Featherfall in it. You were fine.
I was fine until after I landed.
Well, yeah. We were all fine until after we landed.
Isn't that always how it seems to go?
Mm-hmm.
But as he kind of starts like making plates, and when he passes you yours, Newton, you realize that like he's carb loading you for something.
Oh God.
Because you have like a
yeah.
couple pieces of bacon, a couple pieces of venison, and then just piled high with hash browns.
Oh, jeez.
Coffee?
All right. Yes. A big one.
How do you?
The biggest one.
He just hands you the pot. All right. What about the other two of you? Nom, coffee, food.
Yeah, I'll take
coffee.
some coffee for sure.
Okay, awesome. As he kind of like reaches for the pot and then realizes he just handed it to Newton. I'll
Yeah,
get you some of
Newton-
that right away.
No, Newton will just pour it for.
As you reach out to pour it, he just pats you on the arm. You're gonna need that.
Oh God.
So you guys he kind of keeps cooking as you guys sit down at the table. Are you guys talking about anything in particular while he's like cleaning up and like just dishing you out food whenever you need it? Newton, you notice that every time you make a dent in the hash browns, he's putting more down.
God.
So
Newton's like eating faster than usual, but also trying to pace herself because she knows, like, I think she's been through things like this before with Lulin. Like,
Knows that you can eat fast, but if you overeat, you are going to get sick.
exactly.
So as you're all eating, Elrond like finishes up and he tells you guys he's gonna go get changed for the ceremony. And after a couple of minutes, you hear kind of just that loud on the front door.
I got it. Elliot sort of like quickly walks to the door.
have to tell me twice.
Hello?
When you open the door, you see Brennan standing there, and he's wearing something that almost looks like a robe.
Oh, very sorry, sir. I think you have the wrong house.
Elliot,
Yeah.
let me in.
But it looks like you're here to kill somebody.
Depends how fast you open the door.
What?
Depends how fast you open the door.
The door is open.
Perfect.
I'm considering shutting it.
As he just walks inside and goes straight past you. You notice when he's walking past you that on his side is like a very ornamental box.
Ornamental box.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's
Fancy.
decorated.
It's fancy.
yeah, it seems to
Is
be a dark
fancy.
wood box covered in almost fluorescent paints. As he walks into the kitchen, looks at Newton's plate, and I told that kid 5 times this was just a ceremony.
Newton's like mid-chew. Wait, so you're telling me I'm not gonna die today?
No, you don't even have any training tonight.
Oh, sick. Newton like pushes the plate away.
Just very full, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are we ready?
I mean, I guess I didn't know. All I was told something was happening and to get up. So, and then to eat a bunch.
Well, then you're half ready. You didn't need to eat a whole bunch, but it is good that you got up. Anyways, Nom, how was your night?
After the anxiety attack, it was fine.
Hmm. Well, I'm
How
glad.
was your night?
You know, pretty standard, nothing
That's
steamy.
Why are you dressed like that?
For the ceremony. It's tradition.
Tradition. Should I also dress up like that, or is that just a you tradition thing, or should...
You can if you want to.
What I'm wearing is fine.
I think you look great, Nom.
Thank you. I do take pride in my looks.
Yeah.
No,
Your cloak is killing it, honestly.
Thank you.
well, if everybody's eaten, let's get to it.
All right.
As he just heads out the back door.
Well, guess I'm going back outside. Newsom, like, pushes back from the table and follows him out.
So, like, we're invited, right now? Or just that?
I don't know.
Even better, Elliot. You're necessary.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
Human sacrifice?
sure?
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
I
sure.
think he'd only half fulfill that.
Well,
Yeah,
there's other
The closest thing we've
humans here if we needed them. Although
but they're necessary.
I don't think Allrond would be particularly thrilled if we tried to sacrifice him this morning.
Yeah.
However,
Maybe he should have been carbo loading.
he should have just done what he was told.
You don't know Allron very well, then.
Well, I've found that if I treat him like one of you, I get the expected results.
Wow. I think I should be offended by that.
Well, you don't do what you
should be offended by that.
You can sort that out amongst yourselves after the ceremony. He rounds the corner to the hot springs and keeps going. Past them.
Oh.
But the hot springs, they're here.
We're not going to that hot spring.
There's more?
There's one more.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we can go to that one.
As he leads all of you through the woods, and as you're walking, you notice, but you more sense it than anything because they're behind you, but Allrond joins the kind of, like, trail, like he joins the line of people, and then Ephraim, and then Sumter. As more and more, and then even Falnamar joins on to the back of this group. As you make your way through the woods, and you end up at a place that, Nom, you're very familiar with. It's a large outcropping. It's a large rock outcropping in the middle of a clearing, and at its base, kind of lightly bubbling from the heat coming up from beneath, surrounded by glistening white stones, is a pearlescent pool. Nom, you would recognize this as the thing you shoved your head into to talk to Thelena.
So where Nam tried to drown himself.
Correct.
Okay.
Where you successfully drowned yourself.
True. Tried and succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
As you all make your way up to the pool, Ephraim, Sumter, Falnamar, and Allrond kind of all take up positions around the edge in kind of a semicircle. And Brennan steps into the water and wades into about his waist before gesturing for you to join him, Newson.
No, I drowned here.
What?
What? Excuse me?
Was I not supposed to drown here?
No, that's what our hot springs are for.
Well, I mean,
Why
I
did
feel
you
like...
drown?
See, I feel like this would be a more helpful story to explain with Lulin here, but he's off. You know. Doing whatever he's doing.
Hmm.
But yeah, I drowned myself here. I got to see Thelena again, though, so that was sick.
I'm concerned about that.
Anyways,
we're gonna talk about that later. All right.
Wait, Nuzan, are you also drowning yourself here? Is this what the ceremony is, or?
I guess.
So,
She kind of like looks at Brennan.
he kind of just glances back and gestures back to the water.
I guess this is where I die. She just walks in.
As you step into the water, Nuzin, you can see kind of like shifting patterns in the colors. As you approach Brennan, he kind of stands across from you, dwarfed by you. You're a much bigger person than he is.
Mm-hmm.
And as he unbuttons kind of the covering he has on and drops it, you see that he is, thankfully, still wearing pants. But he is
Oh
bare
my god,
chested.
I was right!
But he is bare chested. And covering his chest so thickly that you can barely see the skin underneath are tattoos.
How big are these guys' boobs?
How big are your boobs? Same size.
About a C.
Okay. So pretty large.
But he's standing in front of you, and to you, Nuzin, looking closely, because you've seen war paint before.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen, like, tattoos symbolizing history, and it seems like these tattoos have been covered up again and again and again. As he looks at you, and he waves a hand over the water as his other hand pulls out the box, and he goes, "First, we do the ritual of cleansing. Nuzin, place your hands on the box.
Okay.
Repeat after me.
And
By
she just
my
kind of, like,
intention." And
by my... she's just gonna, like, reach out and kind of, I guess, like, put her hands... Is his hand on the top? Does she need to, like,
he
put
has
him
a hand on a top and on the bottom.
Okay.
So he's
I guess
asking
she'll
you
put
to,
him on
like...
the sides, then. Or am I supposed to
No,
put my hand
you're
on
fine.
his hand?
Yeah, however you grab it, he's not going to correct you.
Okay.
Through my intention,
Through my intention,
through my purpose,
through my purpose,
let my actions yet to come be written,
let my actions yet to come be written.
and let the actions that I have taken be cleansed. And as he says that, before you can repeat it, you watch the ink begin to flow off his body down his arms and into this box.
Interesting. I guess she kind of like it. I feel like she would like watch that for a minute before
And
realizing she needed to repeat something.
And as you're watching it, Nuzin, because it is pretty enthralling, because it almost seems like it's unwrapping layer by layer.
Mm-hmm.
And the images... actually, roll me an insight check, anybody who's trying to figure out exactly what these images are showing.
Can that include me?
It can, yes. You can actually roll an advantage because you're so close to him.
Cool.
But it's essentially... The only reason it's insight, by the way, y'all, is just so you can see through, like, the cacophony of images.
Yeah, stuff.
Yeah.
Oof. Not our insight boy.
All right. Nom? Or do you not... Does Nom just not care?
Nom's probably like splashing in the water off to the side.
Okay.
Thinking about drowning again?
Well, he's splashing the water, being like, "Is this? I guess this might be what Thelena wants."
So, as Nom's splashing in the water, and Brennan is very clearly trying to ignore him, Elliot, you don't see anything really. You can't really make it out through like the shifting colors and all that. But Nuzin, you watch as it unwinds, and you see hundreds of battles. Hundreds of fights. And very rarely throughout do you see acts of kindness portrayed in the war paint. And then as the last strand untethers and flows into the box, you see that the very first image on the war paint is an image of the mask that Brennan is wearing. And he's kind of looking at you. Like, almost gauging your reaction. So what would your reaction be?
I think she'd be watching it pretty intently. Just, taking in, like, the sort of historical aspect of it, considering we're, like, she's aware how old Brennan is. And then... I think, for the mask to be the last thing that's displayed, or, like, meaning that it would have been the first thing, I think there'd be like a smidgen of like almost pity, like that his life has been defined and guided by this magical artifact, and that there's no history recorded in this paint for him before he came in contact with that.
Kind of the idea that there was no him before he was a weapon.
Yeah, like, I think that it would, like, she would kind of be, like, her brow would be, like, furrowed while she's, like, kind of trying to take it all in, and then kind of sitting with, like, the thought of the mask being his, like, defining thing, kind of, like, her expression would soften a little bit, I think, and, like, I think pity is the best way to put it, like, that there is... nothing represented before this item that is sort of a blessing and a curse for him is sad.
As he kind of takes all of this in, he looks around the circle and he looks at all of your friends who have gathered here to help you. And he looks back at you, and you can almost sense the smile. News and World Walker. With the eyes of your ancestors and your descendants upon you, what is your purpose?
To protect my people.
And as you say that, the box pulses. And you feel the magic as you watch strands of ink begin to trail up your fingers. Do you swear before the ancestors and those to come that you will follow your purpose with intention?
Yes, I swear.
And as you say this, you feel... I'm trying to figure out how to put this the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like the words you said were more than just words. You feel magic tying to the path that you just laid out for yourself. As the ink continues to trail up your arms, do you swear to continually grow towards your purpose as this war paint grows with you?
I swear to always grow towards my purpose.
As you say that, the paint begins to... You see fleeting designs. As he looks down at you, and he removes his hands and takes a step back. Elliot, as the first who protected Newson, step forward.
I think Elliot sort of steps forward, but hesitantly.
You don't remember, do you?
Remember what?
The first time you protected Newson.
In the bar?
There
From
it
my
is.
brother?
Newson. You protected Elliot. Last night, and in hundreds of fights before this. Do you swear to always uphold the ones that you name family and take responsibility for them, for better or for worse?
Of course.
As you say that, Elliot, you feel almost like a tether has been connected to you in some way. As you see the symbol of your family briefly appear in the paint before fading. Nom.
Yo.
Step forward.
Nama
Steps forward.
Nom. You were the first. Well, you weren't the first. You were one of many who, unfortunately, at some point, betrayed Newson's trust. But you are the first that was forgiven and brought into
Really?
Newson's family. Newson, do you swear to forgive those who deserve it and bring justice to those who do not?
I swear it.
All right. The rest isn't up to me. The rest is up to them. As for everybody else, Newson's just standing still. But Newson, the colors and the swirling patterns in the water begin to shift and pull, and you feel yourself being drawn into them, not physically, but spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
As you feel yourself pulled down into the waters, and you find yourself standing in a long house, like a celebratory feast hall from Belfast.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting at the front of it is one of the largest minotaurs you've ever seen. Newson World Walker. First of your name. Step forward and be judged.
I think Newson kind of like... I feel like even like in her actual body, you would see her, I guess, grip on the box tighten with no reference for everybody that's watching her on what's happening here. But like she knows who she's looking at. But in this like spirit world, it would be like a fist like tightening, trying not to just be like sheer fear, because the last time she was confronted with Ulfast Stormhorn, he took her name away, basically. It was not like, she was not deemed worthy in comparison to Lulin, so she kind of steadies herself and walks forward.
As you walk forward, this figure stands up, towering in this room. And the figure's almost talking like there are more people here, but you can't see any of them, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
As he steps forward, kind of head tilted, almost like he's listening to something, as he steps down before you. Newson, do you feel... Well, allow me to rephrase. Are you without ancestors?
No.
And do you... And he's kind of looking at you. Do you feel any animosity towards them for what has been done to you?
No. I've always been proud to be a Minotaur, regardless of what's happened.
He continues to walk towards you, his steps booming through this open space, as he comes up to you and he kneels down in front of you. And kneeling in front of you, he is still at eye level.
Yeah. Like, I'm looking up just a little bit.
No, like, he's, like, perfectly eye level with you now.
Okay, I got it.
Do you know why I took your name, Newson?
Because I was too defined by what it meant to be a Stormhorn, and not
And not you.
Yeah.
I didn't take your name because I did not think you were worthy of mine. I took your name because I knew that you were worthy of your own. Go forth in peace, and know that the ancestors stand with you. And in this flash, and you still have time to say things, but as you're being drawn out of it, you see the lives of every Minotaur who filled the line between Ulfast Stormhorn and you. And they are looking at you with kindness and with satisfaction. Do you have anything to say as you're being pulled out of this?
I don't think she'd say anything, but I do think she would cry. Like, not like a bawl, but like that, like, just streaming tears, which would probably be reflected physically as well.
Yeah, so physically, outside, do you want to describe to everybody kind of the pattern, the smaller patterns that this war paint initially takes?
Yeah, I think as it starts to solidify from this sort of just inky mass, you would start to see some of those actual, like, the classic, like, lightning crackles that used to be that defining trait of the, like, the storm horns that she had previously that were sawn off. And descending from that, the crackles would sort of connect to various minotaur like shapes, faces, things like that, and you would see sort of like a band of them almost that would like wrap around one arm and extend down to sort of a just depictions of like various smaller battles and things like that. The land struggle between gnolls and minotaurs, but also like the good moments of unity between furbolgs and minotaurs. And as it extends past this like kind of historic information, it starts to show things that Newsen specifically has been through. I think even like extending all the way to like some dragon scaling that would show up. Branches of a world tree, an axe, things like that would sort of start to appear and dapple the area. But I think it's all a little bit disjointed currently because it's still starting to come, it's still coming together, I think. And this would kind of extend over, I think, sort of the full right side, like chest and arm, and the parts of it that would mingle with the like teal tattoos that she already has. The teal and brown markings would sort of like they would sort of weave in with that, and parts of the black ink would kind of mimic that teal look as well.
Brennan kind of steps forward as the tears are streaming down your face.
Mm-hmm.
Then he puts his hands back on the box and he says, "As it was gifted to me, I gift it to you. Go and make the world better. Use it. Do the things that I was too blind to ever do." And he just
takes
his hands off the box.
So I still have the box?
You do still have the box.
Okay.
The box is the actual item.
Got it. Okay. I think she kind of just, like, holds it and, like, takes a couple, like, deep breaths and just kind of gives him, like, a nod. She's trying to keep it together right now, and it's going medium okay.
He kind of, like, holds out a hand to you. Do you take it?
Yeah, she'll like, hold the box in one hand and shake his hand with the other.
When he pulls you in, you hear him whisper in your ear, "I cried too. It's okay."
I think she'd kind of let out like a sort of shuddery laugh and just nod at him again.
And he takes a couple steps back. And you notice that something distinct has changed about Brennan. And you all notice this. Whether he's trying to hide it, and it's pretty clear he is, right? Everybody can kind of see it, but this is not the same man who stepped into this pool. The one emotion that even the least observant of you can see coursing through his body for the first time since you've met him is fear. And he kind of grabs the cloak that he shed in the water, flings it on over his shoulders, kind of like a bath towel. And he just turns around and starts walking away. And as he steps out of the water, You watch him. Most people are coming forward to congratulate you, Newson.
Mm-hmm.
And Elliot and Nom, what are you doing?
We didn't like see all of that, right? Like that was kind of
Everything, all the ancestor stuff was within Newson's head. Everything that happened with Brennan was visible to you all.
I think Elliot would sort of wait at the edge of the pond for people to sort of stop, like congratulating Newsom.
But are
Yeah,
you
Nom would
are you
probably
watch are
be
you
doing the
watching
same.
Newson? Are you watching Brennan
Yeah.
as he leaves?
yeah, watching Newsom.
Probably
Okay.
Newsom.
So Newson, I'm assuming you're probably still watching Brennan.
Yeah, I think so.
And
Like, it's kind of a accepting congratulations, you know, shaking hands with everyone, whatever needs to be done, but also kind of glancing at him leaving.
you watch as he walks into the woods. I'm going to have you roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie. I will percept. That was not a very good percept on
Would
my
you like
part.
to use a reroll?
Yeah, let's do a reroll. We haven't used one of those in a long time.
We have not.
It's worse.
Would you like to use another reroll?
Oh, yes.
We have 13 right now, so no worries.
There you go, 23.
All right.
Let's go.
So you see him, Newson, and it's when he thinks he's out of view of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
He just walks calmly away, and then the minute he thinks he's out of view and you can barely see him between the trees, you watch Brennan stumble and fall and put a hand against a tree, and he looks like he is heaving. Before he kind of composes himself slightly and stumbles off down the trail. After a while, Volnamar and Ephraim and Sumter make their way off, and then a little while after, Alron does, leaving the three of you at this pool.
I think Newson will... You know, presumably we made our way out of the pool during those interactions with everyone, but kind of turns to the two of them and just, well, you know, that was not as bad as I expected it to be.
So is that a good enough gift for you?
Unexpected, but yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely sure what it does or anything like that yet, but it definitely gave me a surprising amount of closure.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was better than getting beat up for sure.
Definitely better than getting beat up. Yeah, definitely. I'm I'm sorry, Elliot. I didn't mean to, like, disrespect the gift earlier. I can tell you're, like, a bit annoyed with me about that. I didn't...
Newsom, I am happy for you. And I know that you and Pharaoh, in fact, you, Nom, and Pharaoh, didn't necessarily get along at first, but I hope it's clear now that he cared.
Yeah.
As
Should we walk back?
Yeah, probably. I don't know, it's hard, but I feel like we meet so many people and we have such short times with them. Sometimes it's a little hard to gauge people before they're gone, you know? So.
Well, I think it's about time we changed that.
Yeah, I'd like that.
As the three of you head back from the spring, the sun begins to rise over a tranquil forest. A light fog is kind of drifting across the ground and through the underbrush. The forest is coming alive with the chirping of birds and the moving of small animals jumping through the trees. You hear the rustle of a soft wind. And Nuzin, you finally kind of understand what Brennan meant when he said that everything reminded him of home. And now that you have this kind of connection, you understand why he said that. As you all make your way back to the house, head inside, and go about your day. Is there anything anybody wants to do?
Elliot would probably clean up after breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah,
Make
I
sure
think
it's nice and...
Nam would probably join Elliot, thinking that maybe Nusa needs to go collect her thoughts or something.
Yeah, I think there would be sort of a... I think Newsom would be feeling like Elliot, like a bit walking on eggshells around him. Because there's still... It feels like there's a bit of unresolved tension, but that, like, it's not something that she can necessarily solve just by trying to work it out, so she probably... step away, like probably out into the living room or something, and just sort of contemplate this box.
As you're contemplating this box, you're kind of... Well, how are you like turning it in your hands?
Yeah, like looking it over like thoroughly, because she sort of just had to put her hands on it, and then suddenly it was given to her, so she's sort of spending her first moment actually like looking at it and seeing what it is. Does it open? Like...
So as you open the box, inside you see several vials of different... They have different amounts in them, but they all seem to be different colors of paint.
Uh-huh.
And carved into the top of the box, it says, "For my son Brennan, so you can be the hero you've always wanted to be."
Jesus.
And this carving is very obviously super old.
Yeah.
Like, if this wasn't a magic box, it would have turned to dust 900 years ago.
Yeah. I think this would really just prompt more questions than answers, because, like, why is Pharaoh giving it away to, like, Newsom would be like, why, how is Pharaoh willing this to me when it was clearly given to Brennan, I guess. Just kind of be mulling it over, really.
Elliot, and Nom, as the two of you were cleaning up the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
you just, I don't know. Like, legitimately, there's just not a lot going on. Like, you haven't seen the people who left the pool have seemingly gone off into town.
How's my seed doing?
Your seed actually looks like in the next couple days it'll be ready to bloom.
Nice.
But the seed's looking good. Looks healthy.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I'm glad
How
to
are you
hear it.
holding up?
Well, it was quiet last night. I didn't have any dreams, luckily. So,
Yeah, me neither, actually.
that's good these days. I used to think that it was curse that I never remembered my dreams. But lately it seems more like a blessing, I think.
Yeah, tell me about it. I think I'd be okay with never dreaming again.
Wonder if we can make that happen.
Is that a death threat?
As
No, there's magic that can.
Right.
as you say that, Ephraim and Sumter come through the back door, and they kind of overhear the back end of your conversation. Ephraim says, "We can do that
Oh, can ya?
if you want to. The Dreamweaver, the Thought Weaver, will be here tomorrow."
And
Oh,
just
interesting.
stop dreams?
They have for Allrond.
Yeah, but did Elrond also have a omnipotent being in his head?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Carry on. Yeah, that's
What
the green was?
Honestly, I feel like
it was the mind sieve, the baddie.
But we're gonna go drink.
Oh, you know what time it is, right?
it's half off apps past 9, baby. Let's go.
So true.
I mean, one, you all look like you could use one. Two,
Fair.
what else have we got going on today?
I could expand the basement.
We could further prepare for maybe a future attack.
True, we could fortify the grounds a little bit. We could spruce up the hot springs a little bit more. I know that we've already made it bigger, but it was still seemed kind of small at that party.
Yeah, I do hate to break it to you boys, but I don't think now is necessarily the time for a grand celebration. Be there the fact that there was a ceremony today. I still don't think. I don't think it's a time.
Though I have to ask, do you guys know exactly what that was?
Not a clue.
All right.
We just got, he asked us while you were gone if we would help you with your training, so I'm assuming that's why we were there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Does Elrond know?
About your training?
No, what that was.
The ritual?
Yeah.
I don't think so. We'd never heard about it. Maybe that other guy who showed up knows.
Who?
I don't know his name. The elf, white hair.
Yeah, Grandpa.
Yeah, maybe your
I go
grandpa
ask
knows.
him. Hey, you want to go ask him with me?
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Um, as Elliot sort of heads towards the door, and as he goes through the foyer, he's, "Hey, Newson, we're gonna head down to the city real quick. We'll be back in like 20, 30, maybe."
Yeah, okay. I'll be here.
Cool. Best of luck with the box.
Thanks. You know, I feel like I'm gonna need it.
Well, maybe if Lyra wakes up, we can identify. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's probably a good idea. Maybe I'll see if she's up yet.
Or channel her and look in the library for a history book as he shuts the door.
Tom opens the door and then slams it shut behind him.
All right.
Was that one voluntary?
Nope.
All right. As Elliot casts Remove Curse on Nom.
Nope.
I must have touched the goblet in my sleep or something. I don't know.
Classic mistake.
It's all that sleep hoarding. Fucking
right.
sleep hoarding.
Nom, you are cured of the curse. Until you forget what item does it again.
Every time.
I know, I'm gonna knock the hinges off a door one of these days.
Look, all I'm saying is that at some point, I'm gonna, like, magically enhance these hinges. It's gonna have a soft close no matter how hard you try to close it.
I feel like we should have a moat.
A moat? You want
Yeah.
a moat?
Yeah, and a big drawbridge.
All right, really lean it into the old baddie vibes, aren't you?
Well, that way, if someone comes across the drawbridge, we can kick them into our moat.
Okay.
And we
Okay,
should have
yeah.
sharks in the moat.
As the two of you are talking about this, headed down to the town, you hear kind of like a softer voice, but one that you still recognize as Brennan from the trees just say, "You sound like Pharaoh."
True. What are you doing up there?
When you look over, you see that he is sitting down, laid back against a tree.
So, no security needs today, or?
The Bastions have it under control. As he's just kind of sitting there, just leaned back, looking at the sky.
Okay. So, what was that all about?
I can't just take in a view. Oh, the ceremony.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're happy to take in a view. It doesn't really seem like your vibe, but you're happy to take in a view.
Pharaoh couldn't find anything appropriate for Newsom. So I volunteered something.
You volunteered?
It's best that the ancestral war paint goes to a person who may end up an ancestor.
Alright, that cuts deep. But, you're not necessarily wrong, I suppose.
It'll at least get stronger with Newsom. It was never going to with me.
I see.
Where are you both
So
headed?
Well, I mean, we were going to go ask somebody else what that was about, but you kind of answered that. Ancestral war paint, eh?
Yeah. Come sit with me for a bit. Enjoy the day.
I mean,
And
just like
both of you
hang out.
roll me an insight check.
Insight. Nat 20, baby.
Elliot. That kind of just seems like a weird statement from Brendan for you. Like, this is kind of a guy that, as far as you knew, never really slowed down. Nom. With a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Total of 27.
Total of
God
27.
damn.
Nom is very good at
damn.
insight.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what's fucking up.
He's paranoid.
That sounded a
So is
lot.
Elliot. He's just bad roller.
That sounded a lot more. A lot less like a simple request, and a lot more like kind of a last request.
What are you dying?
Eventually. But not
What do you mean
today.
eventually? I don't know. The way you said that, you're not in the best shape, are you?
No.
What? What do you mean? Wait. What's going on?
The war paint gains power as it develops history. As the memories of each trial and tribulation you've gone through are painted across your skin, the lessons that came from them are woven in as well. I'm content. I've had a long life, if not a good one. And now it'll come to its natural end at some point. Now
Did
that the mask isn't feeding off the tattoo's powers, I'm at the... Well, I'm at the beck and call of those who can actually do magic.
You can?
I never could. I watched my brother grow into one of the most powerful mages, grow into a locksmith. And I was just the boy without magic. In a world where everyone had some. But as you see him lean back and he looks up at the sky again. I'm a lot happier with this one.
No. I mean, we could get you more magic. We have to. No, we have to. We can fix this.
I don't want you to fix this.
No, you can't give this up for us. People can't keep giving up.
I'm not.
Brennan,
We're not
Elliot,
worth it.
Why are we the important ones? in this
I'm
story?
not giving up anything for you. I already gave up everything for somebody else, and look at how that turned out. But I'm not going to watch you fall. I'm not going to watch the flicker of hope that the 5 of you light in every person you meet go out.
Then why do we have to watch everything fall around us?
Because we're just the remnants.
No.
No. Look. Sit with me and look. Look at the sky, the trees.
There are no
the
remnants
people.
if everything is ruined.
And that's what we're counting on you for. The world is not going to fall to ruin. Because people like you are here to build it again. We, me, Falnamar, Velkin, the locksmiths, we are relics of a bygone era, trying to change a world that we don't even understand anymore. We're not the ones that these people need to protect them. But you could be.
No, fuck you. Why is that our responsibility?
Why couldn't you be? You raised
Why?
an army and fought a war for people you had never met. You've looked death in the eye, and he looks directly at you, Nom, and he says, and I know you've laughed. And maybe it's not your responsibility, and maybe we'll be cursed for all of time for putting it on you. But you're the only ones who we think can do the job. You're the only ones who have actually stood up, taken a look at the world, and said that we could do better. And I'm trusting that you can. I'm not going to die anytime soon. I mean, if I live out a normal human lifespan, I still have almost 50 years left. But
You damn well better.
I can keep training you, and I can keep helping you. And in return, you can help everyone else. Now sit and watch the birds with me. They're migrating this time of year. And it's one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see.
You want to see my bean?
Sure.
Nom pulls out his little glowing bean.
He kind of like reaches down. He doesn't go to cup the seed. He like cups your hand under it. And he looks at it and he goes, I thought these were extinct.
Yeah, well, it's in good hands.
I
Couldn't
know
even
that.
save that one person in front of us.
Pharaoh never wanted to be saved.
Yeah, but he deserved to be.
So then what do we do
So save
when more
everyone
people
else.
don't want to be saved? What if no one else wants to be saved? What happens then?
I don't know. But I know that I'm not the right person to ask. Maybe the people who have been around and lived their lives don't want to be saved. And maybe you can't save everybody. That's okay. As long as you save as many people as you can, that's okay. I hope
But if our
that
responsibility is supposed to be to save the world, then how come it's okay if we only save 20% of the world?
you know, there's something my father told me when I was young. Younger than... He kind of tilts his head. He goes, I want to say than either of you are now, but Nom, I don't really know how old you are.
I think I'm like 10.
Younger than you both are now. My father told me something. It stuck with me. I hope that whatever gods are above do not judge us on our greatest successes or by our greatest failures, but by the strength it takes to stand up and try again. And I know one thing about all of you. You don't know the word quit.
I think at that sentence, Elliot is just gonna sort of like turn around And I think it would be clear to both Nom and Brennan that it's, if anything, out of shame. Like he's hiding his eye line. And I think he's going to start moving away, heading back towards the house.
Nom kind of like runs to catch up to Elliot and like. I was gonna say puts his hand on your shoulder, but
As-
Big jump.
Yeah, he does a big jump, and then kind of like puts his hand on your shoulder, but then it like slips off.
As the two of you are walking away, you hear and you hear a soft thud as Brennan leans his head back against the tree, and a contented sigh as he stares at the sky.
You should go watch the birds, Nom. I have something I need to take care of.
Alone?
Yes.
Will you be okay?
Newson will be at the house if anything goes wrong, but it won't.
Okay. Elliot, it wasn't your fault.
I could have done more.
We all could have done
And it's
more.
not the only time.
It's not the only time for me either.
Yeah. As Elliot sort of just heads back towards the house.
Nom will head back to Brennan.
Are you just so as you head back to him, he's still just sitting there, shirtless. Notably, I should have mentioned that the first time you walked up to him, but
Still.
just staring at the sky.
Man left his robe in the woods.
No, he's wearing it like a bath towel.
Oh, I see.
Elliot, you make your way back up the hill to the house. And Newton, where are you in the house at this point?
I think that while you guys were gone, Newson went upstairs and is like sitting, like she would have gone to see if Lyra was up and seen that she was still like out cold, so she just left her alone. But I think she's like been sitting against Lulin's door and just sort of like, I know, like talking to him through the door, and telling him about like what the vision that she saw, because I think that like she would be inclined to tell him first, because it's, you know, he knows the most about her like history with the Stormhorn name and stuff like that. But that probably in the time that you guys have been gone and having your conversation, she probably would have been done. And if she heard you come back in, she'd probably head downstairs.
So, when you head back downstairs, you hear the door open and close. When you head back down, you see Elliot coming into the house. But no Nom. No Nom.
Is everything okay? That was pretty fast.
Oh yeah, no, we saw Brennan down the road. Nom's just bird gazing with him for a minute.
Brennan bird watches? That's new.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's what he has left.
You're talking about him like he's gonna die.
Someday.
He hasn't in 1,000 years, so I'm sure.
Yeah, well, now he's mortal.
What do you mean? The mask is what keeps him alive. He's still got that.
Mask fed on the magic. The magic he just gave to you.
I didn't.
He trusts you. to do the right thing, to use that magic for the best. I think that he's done.
I didn't realize that taking this from him meant he would die.
You didn't take anything. He gave.
And I think we're going to take a quick break right there.
Okay.
We will see everybody in about 5 minutes, and then stick around because the stream is ending tonight. Well, I should say the session is ending tonight at 10 o'clock CST. And then we're judging Nom's World Tour.
So true!
Because that competition
World
ended
Tour.
on the 31st.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, we should accept late submissions. If anyone wants to grind
Nope.
something out in the next...
Nope.
Yeah.
The due date was the
During the break.
31st. The due
If
date
you guys
was the...
are new here, you want to jump in PT's Discord, because I made a meme drawing of Nom taking a selfie. And there's a competition going on right now where you can edit Nom into various places. And our favorite Nom edit will be winning a prize from PT's new merch shop.
Yeah, you're gonna get stickers.
Yeah.
But okay, so since all the players seem for it, you have until 10 o'clock Central tonight. So you have 43 minutes for final submissions.
Get them in.
Open Adobe Photoshop. Get going! It's gonna take 30 minutes to open, so you'll have 15 to do the work.
And we
So
will see
true.
everybody here in a bit. If you want to see some of those stickers, just take a look at the gift shop while we're gone. We'll be back.
True. to 10 hours that I got a new follower.
Congratulations, I heard you say that. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the intermission. Hopefully you saw the stickers on the gift shop if you didn't know what they looked like before. They're all just various designs of the Disaster Tour logo.
Yeah.
But we are back as... What was the last thing you said to Elliot Newsom?
Oh, well, on the break, we all died.
Oh yeah, that is.
We're
What
starting a new campaign.
TPK.
And I'm the
TPK. My God.
Yeah, with our new characters, Belliot Earning Oak, Dom Neem Shadow,
Dom.
and
Oh my.
Woozin Nurldwalker.
Woozin Knurled Walker. Yes, I like the sound of that.
And Mon.
Yes, Mon. We love Mon.
As well as Boolin Lull Speaker and Dira Leam Shadow.
I think Dear Shadow turned out best. Really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Woozin Nurldwalker. But
Neurally.
we're back at it. Is Newson and Elliot, you're kind of sitting in that heavy silence.
How heavy?
So heavy.
8 pounds.
Hosted by TP, no!
What happened?
Kato in chat said hosted by TP.
Toilet paper.
Triple points.
I'm gonna call it that from now on.
Okay, Fargle.
Toilet paper.
All right, but you're both sitting here in this kind of heavy silence. Kind of, the tension is there, but it doesn't really seem like either one of you wants to cut it.
I think Elliot just sort of turns to walk towards the library. And once he's through the door, he shuts it.
He's just gonna let him go. He's moving with purpose, and she's not gonna interfere. She might listen in, though.
Interesting. So, Elliot, you walk into the library. What are you doing?
He's going to sit down behind the desk and then pull out that deck of cards, sort of with great determination, and try to attune to it.
Okay. As you begin coursing magic through the cards, you find yourself back in Pharaoh's classroom. Back so soon, Mr. Burning Oak?
Yes, I have something to say.
I'm listening.
When I see red, I run. Every relationship I've ever had has ended with me running away. And with war on the horizon, I ran. When facing my family in Rook's Rest, we hid, and then we ran. In Stipvale, I think, is where things started to change. Because we faced this city destroying force, and they decided to stay. If it were to me, I surely would have ran. But it was there that I met Gru. And he trusted me. And helped me. And we gained power. He gave me power. And so, even as we were given wild positions of authority, made de facto leaders of an entire city, even an army, we started marching towards the danger. Hell, we walked into Koboldia. We walked into the pits. But then, at that tree, at the Minotaur's tree, Guru and I had to part ways. And this gift he had given me, it was powerful. But without him, it would be left untrained, unusable, it felt. And giving him up, giving his energy, his life to the tree, it felt like a betrayal. It was a betrayal. I sacrificed his soul to just for the potential of saving the people under that tree. And so I was left. I was left with power but no control. And I didn't know what to do. I fell back to fear. I fell back to running away. I saw my father and I couldn't even make eye contact. I couldn't face the man who terrorized my childhood, even with the party at my back. And now Roran's back. He took Pharaoh, and I stood there shaking. And the worst part about that, what I go back to every time I think about it, is that I can feel if I push just a little bit harder, if I tried just a little bit more, I could have saved him. I could have broken his spell. But I didn't. And the irony, this whole thing, Roran has taught me something very important. This fear, I'm not scared of death. I'm not scared of dying. I'm not scared of losing my life. I'm scared of losing them. My family. The people closest to me. And so I'm done running. With that information, it's clear that I need to stand and fight, not run away. That's how I protect them. And Pharaoh, he set Nuzan's gift. He was clear. The way he saw it, it was him or it was me. Next time, it's going to be me. I will stand between the danger and my friends, and I will lay down my life to protect them, because that is what I'm scared of, losing them, not me. And so, I have a question for you. Whatever you are, some fragment of Pharaoh perhaps, maybe the cards, maybe the magic, hell, maybe you're even me. Are you gonna help me protect my friends, or are you useless to me?
I'm going to do a whole lot more than help you protect them. And as you watch the magic shimmers, almost looks like a glitch. As the figure leans back in the chair. Do you know why I asked you if you forgave yourself, Elliot?
No.
I wasn't looking for a yes or a no. I was looking for that. That realization that you have nothing to forgive yourself for. Because like the decision you're choosing to make now, every wielder of the Snapcaster deck has made before you. We only appear to gamblers, those who take risks, those who run away, and we show them a different path. And while it's not always the clearest or the safest, we help to level the odds. And we helped him. And we'll help you. And just one more thing. From us to you. You know he would have been proud.
I sure hope so. I'm doing my best.
And you're not running away anymore. They all would have been
No.
proud. And Elliot, the room just kind of... It's not the jolting snap back to reality that you've been experiencing. It falls away like sifting sand and disappears. And you find yourself sitting in the library. And can you describe the cards as you attune to them?
Yeah. I think that I need to open up the document first and foremost, but also, actually, can I see them?
You can, yeah.
Where are they?
I believe for you they are a weapon.
Oh, there they are. Thanks, boss.
Yep, happy to help.
Oh, they're there. Yeah, so I think Elliot starts to sort of attune to this deck of cards as even without him really knowing any card tricks, he can shuffle them around his hand at ease as cards sort of fly between his fingers, back around his hand, up his sleeve,
And
until they sort of
as
find
this
their
is
resting place on his belt.
and as this is
next to
happening,
his spell pouch.
you distinctly remember the first day of class. The first time Pharaoh brought you into his office to ask you about what you were doing. You remember he ended this super serious conversation with, "Oh, by the way, you want to see a magic trick?" And did the exact same motion with the cards.
Oh shit.
What would Newson have heard from outside the door? If anything.
I don't know. I think that's your like.
I think Newson, you almost sense the magic behind the door. You've had magic awareness for a while. But you can almost feel this link being made on the other side of the door. Are you gonna pop it open, or are you still just kind of listening? Newson?
I forgot that I was muted because I've been trying not to make noises while Isaac is making me feel things.
Fair.
But I think if she's got the sense that like this magical connection has been made, that I don't think that she'll open the door. I think she'll probably like step back and I think just be happy for Elliot that like because I think he's been carrying this deck around and kind of like frustrated by it since we got the items. So
All right.
I think she'll just head back to like the, sitting room area, and if he comes to her, then it'll happen. Maybe go to the kitchen.
All right. Well, that's happening at the house. Dom, did you go back and sit down with Brennan?
Yeah.
So you're sitting with him, just kind of staring at the sky, kind of in silence.
Brooding.
Brooding!
You're brooding.
Yeah, Nam is brooding.
But Brennan's almost looking... He's almost looking at the world like a man who's been given a second chance. Like, it's almost like bittersweet nostalgia that you're getting off of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of leans down and he goes, Do you want to play a game?
Yeah. Now I'm not brooding anymore, though.
That's fine. I'll start, and I think you'll understand the rules pretty quick. Tell me something I don't know about brooding.
About brooding?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know the extent of your knowledge on brooding.
That's fine.
Okay. Darkness is good for brooding, but you also want a slight dampness to the room as well.
Interesting. Dampness.
Yeah. Like a good, not really like a stank kind of dampness. Just like a little moisture in the air.
Like a cave with a freshwater spring.
Yeah.
I like it. Your turn.
Okay. Tell me something I don't know about your past.
Something you don't know. I never really had a shot at a normal life. And I suppose that we're kind of
What is a normal life?
kids, picket fence, grandkids, happiness, everything that makes life worth living.
I wonder if that's
Family.
what my parents wanted.
Maybe. I think they'd be happy. After all. And he kind of nudges you in the side. He goes, "You are the nom."
So I've been told.
The only titles that matter are the ones you give yourself.
Well, I don't know if that's entirely true. There was this guy in charge of Koboldia, and he was kind of an asshole, but he was allowed to be an asshole because he was given that position of power.
I meant more in a grander sense.
Oh,
Tell me something I don't know about family.
I feel like I'm not the best at that. I don't know if I could tell you any more than you already know.
I
I'm
know
sure you already
surprisingly
know that.
little.
Well, I'm sure you know that family isn't always blood.
No. They aren't, are they?
No.
But what is something I don't know?
I think it's possible to have more than one family, you know?
Yeah. I can see that. Your turn.
Tell me something I don't know about your old crew.
Wouldn't say I ever really had a crew. I had a boss, Belkin. I had a brother, but I was meant to work alone. I never had a crew, really. Not the way Pharaoh did, not the way you all do. At the end of the day, it was just me. And for a really long time, I was okay with that. Tell me something I don't know about Roran.
Um, I don't even know what I know about Roran.
Well, then we know the same amount. Your turn.
Tell me what you think I don't know about Velkin.
He kind of leans forward and he goes from looking at the sky to looking at the ground. He was a good man. My brother trusted him. My parents trusted him. I trusted him. He was a leader. He looked out for those who were beneath him. He didn't trade lives. He just thought he knew what was best. And we believed him. And over 1,000 years, he turned into more like the things he hated than the man he was.
You know, a month or two ago, I would have said you were crazy for saying that.
Tell me something I didn't know about what changed.
Changed from what?
You said a month or two ago you would have said I was crazy. Why wouldn't you do so now?
Well, I think I more understand what it takes to sacrifice for those that mean more to you than anything else.
If I learned
I know
anything,
what it is to change.
and that's what I'm excited for. Because I don't. You should head back to your friends. As he kind of like starts like pretty like weakly, like feebly still stands up.
Nom uses Mage Hand to kind of help him.
He kind of looks at it and chuckles as it touches him, and the mask just eats your mage hand. As he looks a little stronger, and he goes, "Thanks for the snack."
You're welcome. Am I gonna get that back, or is that
The magic from that spell's gone. You can cast it again, but that magic is dinner now.
okay?
He kind of takes a couple steps and he turns around and he goes, "You're the one I could never figure out."
Yeah, let's keep it that way.
Let's not.
Smoke bomb, and then Nom throws down a smoke and runs away.
You just hear from the smoke him just chuckling. And then you realize this is probably the first time you've ever heard Brennan laugh. As
Nom, as he's running away, goes, "I'll see you around, Brennan. Don't die on me, you son of a bitch."
I wouldn't dream of it. As you race back to the house and presumably he heads off down the path.
After he says, "I wouldn't dream of it," Nom goes, "You'd be surprised."
And you race up the path back to the house. Elliot, are you coming out of the library when you're done?
Yeah.
So, Newton, you are heading into the kitchen when you hear the door to the library open. And Elliot, you make it about halfway across the room before Nom slams through the front door. Notably, not slamming it behind him.
Good to know that worked. Second breakfast, anybody?
Nom's like fiddling with the door. He's like, Elliot, look at this. And he's like slowly closing and opening the door. I could
What about the one to the library?
not the one at the light. Oh yeah, let me go make sure. And then Nom goes and starts opening and closing that door. Yeah, this one works too.
Perfect. Anyway, second breakfast?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you seem a little more chipper than you did 5 minutes ago. And it's good.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I figured some stuff out as Elliot sort of like moves his hand and a couple cards sort of slide out of his sleeve through his fingertips and then back down his sleeve.
Oh, you did one of those readings.
Yep. Exactly that. I did a reading.
That was sick as hell. Did you? This
Thanks.
looks like so is this your gift, or did you just like learn magic tricks that fast? Because like, I mean, like I know we all know magic, but like, not that kind of magic.
Magic tricks are cooler.
Exactly. Yes, this I think is the gift. Anyways, breakfast. Eggs? Couple eggs?
Yep.
Newton,
Sounds
would you,
good to me.
Newton, would you even be hungry again?
For meat, yes.
For something that is not hash browns? Absolutely.
Yes.
And I suppose, well, we got 6 more minutes, but we'll wrap up session there, because it seems like a good stopping point.
I agree.
And we'll go through our afters before we judge Nom's World Tour to give people those last couple minutes to get in their last second. Submissions is the word I was looking for.
Classic mistake.
Thank you to all of our lovely chat, but we still got more time with you, so we'll come back to you in a minute. Thank you to our players. We have Elliot Burning Oak, played by
Isaac, pretty sure. That's me. I'm here, and that's my name.
Awesome. What's your favorite part of the session?
Fuck, I forgot again. Every time. I hate to be biased, but I think it was Elliot's moment.
I agree that Elliot's moment was very good. And then we have Nom Dream Shadow, played by
Me, Gentleman Ferret. My favorite part was the little talks Nom and Elliot had were probably my favorite part, but I also liked Elliot's attunement.
Okay. And last but not least, we have News and World Walker, played by
It's me, the Sky Tea. Yeah, I kind of think Elliot's attunement ended up. I mean, I liked attuning to my thing as well, but my favorite part, I just really like Elliot overcoming. I thought that was great.
Awesome. And as always, everybody, I'm PT. I'm the tour guide for this wonderful disaster tour that we're all on. I loved Elliot's speech. I love it. I loved Elliot's speech to the cards. Not even gonna lie. Like, there was just a lot of heartfelt moments, but that was just chef's kiss. So basically, we're all on the same page.
Yeah. Look, we love to see Elliot win.
He's a winner?
Yeah.
I hardly
He's a
know.
winner. Oh my god.
He did it to us.
I knew it was coming!
All right. Well, we have about 3 minutes left until final submissions, but I think it's going to take us some time to go through them all, so we're just going to start. And anything that's in Discord after 10 o'clock Central, not eligible. We will look at them, though. And we're going to go to the next screen, which I'm just going to share this with the party. I'm just going to share my screen with y'all so you can see what I'm looking at.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second.
You should share your screen and not Discord, though, so that we don't get... Actually, never mind, because I can just mute it. Oh, you're sharing this. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Gotcha.
All right. Let's look at our first one, posted by Nom, the little grabby guy. Kind of an example one.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of Five Nights at Freddy's. Unfortunately, Nom's not eligible to win.
Damn it!
Yeah.
But good luck with the Five Nights at Freddy's. I also know which the favorites are for the other two. I'm pretty sure. All right.
I know at least.
I know at least Brando's for sure.
Yeah. I think that. I'm pretty sure that Rosie also posted hers.
I will say I was disappointed in the lack of color grading.
Damn. Get him, I guess. Tell him what for.
I'm just saying.
I mean, we cruising here.
Yeah, I have them
You
both.
all have personally disappointed Nom, and it's his competition, so...
I'm just saying, if Nom is in a black and white themed area, Nom should be black and white.
We have
That's
Nom.
all I'm saying.
We have Nom lost on his way back from his heist. How do we feel about this one?
That's rough,
It's
buddy.
in the Antarctic.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
a nice story. There's a nice story going on here.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
you know?
we're only judging individual pictures.
I do like. I will say I have to commend the fact that there is like a slight overhang at the top of that, so Nom has taken shelter somewhere.
That is true.
That's it. Yeah, it was a good picture grab that makes it look a bit more believable, I think.
Fair. And
If
then we
someone
have
Does
Nom.
Nom in the submarine, I will be very happy.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, it is 10 o'clock and we're not doing that. We have Nom with the Titanic. About to end this ship's whole career.
It's true. I think Nom is the iceberg there.
Also, I'm assuming each of you have a
POV,
favorite.
you're the iceberg.
So when we hit your favorite, let me know.
Our favorites, you mean?
Whichever one your individual favorite is.
Okay.
We have Nom taking a once-in-a-lifetime picture with Ganon.
Mm-hmm.
Nom then brutally murdered Ganon after this.
Oh, for sure.
It was a brutal murder, yeah.
It was
I was
terrible. And then I liked this. This one's not my favorite, but this is your favorite. Nom got in touch with NASA.
That's a good one.
It
That's
is a
a
good
good
one.
Space.
And then we have Nom hanging in the rain with the postman. Little Spellbound reference.
Yep, little spellbound
I do
reference.
like that. It was close. It was close.
Yeah. If Nom had been edited to have kissy lips like he was trying to kiss the postman, it would have ranked up.
That
a
would
bit
have
more.
won it for me, yeah. That would have gotten it.
Interesting. And then we have Nom's not sure what's happening here, but he's having fun anyways. And I think this was what Rosie said was her favorite.
Actually, this one's my favorite.
Because it does a color gradient.
They actually color graded it. Good old Greg.
Good old Greg. And then we have Lyra, who is also not applicable, but just Nom is T-Swift.
Yep. Gotta love Nom. Just not a selfie though. I will say, it could have been Nom at a Taylor Swift concert, but instead he is Taylor Swift.
We have
But only partially.
we have Nom paying his respects, which I feel like that's another good example of could have been a selfie.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like it. This one, I'm not going to count this because Greg admitted that Greg was just having fun. But there's upside down Nom if no one can see him.
Yeah,
Some
in the corner.
Yep, some Nom in Germany.
Yeah, which is pretty sick
It
because
is
this
pretty
was
sick.
I have to commend Flam for these specifically because these are photos that Flam took, not ones that were from the internet. So, extra points there.
True.
Nom in his more comfortable place in front of an abandoned castle.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's just
objectively-
our house. That's what it looks like.
It's more Pharaoh's house, I feel.
An abandoned castle?
He did live in
It's
a giant
abandoned
castle.
now.
It is abandoned now.
Sorry.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Maybe you guys should look into some property investment.
Oh my god. Yeah, who
I
did he
think
bequeath
jump
the
to
house
landlord
to?
is a little bit too much.
And then we have the next one.
This one, hands down, would have been my favorite
This one.
If it was color graded.
if it was color graded.
So this one is not my favorite, but only because of one that's coming later.
Oh, damn. Get him, I guess. All right.
Right?
And then we have Nom at Butthole Road. Although I'm not really sure about the ITV/Loose Women logo.
Yeah.
Sorry, what? Oh my god!
Vital, we will be talking on Wednesday.
Why? So you know, like, where to find the website?
Obviously.
The whole URL is missing. We need that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I need context.
You all not be men for 1 second in my presence? God damn.
I'm Ace. I just want to know what the website is, because that's honestly a great
You just
name
want to
for a
see
picture.
what ITV Loose Women is?
I really just want to know what it's all about.
I wonder
Look,
what that could
Look,
be about.
PT wants to
Yeah.
know where so he can visit Butthole Road, alright?
Mm.
Follow in Nom's footsteps. He's a great
I
prophet.
think I'd rather follow
Next he
Nom's
would go to
footsteps and
fucking-
visit fucking Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And then to Nom and Lulin's first culinary adventure, my fucking restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
We do have Nom hanging out with the Eldritch God, which I really just like the color selection of this one.
It's true,
Mm-hmm.
it's good color.
It's
Is it a credited piece of art, though? That's the
that
question.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Fought
I'm
it.
sorry. I have to take
Docked
off
points.
points. I have to dock points for things that are clearly art that have no credit.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, I give you my favorite one, Nom witnessing the Battle of Jamestown.
Yeah,
God damn it!
that one is great.
If only they had applied like a painterly filter to Nam, then it would be perfect. So it looked like he was painted in.
But that one's
But
my favorite for
Very,
story
very
context.
topical, you know.
That one is the only one that I like actually laughed at though.
That is a good one.
And then we have, this is Brando's favorite. POV went on a date with Nom at McDonald's. This is Brando's favorite.
That's just because
Not
Brandon
bad.
wants to take me out.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, don't we
It's
all?
true.
Don't we all?
That's gonna be Brando's POV at some point. Not me, thank you.
And then we don't know where Nom went, but this is a pretty cool picture.
but we lost him.
Yeah, he's definitely not in the astral plane, also known as the back rooms.
The astral plane is known as the back rooms? This is news to me.
And then, that made Nom go a little crazy, didn't it, Nom?
I was
He's
crazy
hanging out
once.
with rats.
They locked me in a room, a rubber room with rats, and rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy?
And
I
he's
was
done.
crazy once. They locked me in a room, a rubber room
And
with
this
rats.
is where they sent
Time to
Nom
mute
when
Ferret.
this is where they sent Nom when he wouldn't shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't blink. And then we have Nom at Aperture Science Labs.
Pretty good,
I
pretty
like,
good.
I like Nom at a science day. That's pretty fun.
I do too. I do too. And then we got Nom in Norway with a little buddy who is copyrighted. So moving on.
That's so true.
And then we have Nom alone at a park.
At
A zoo?
Disney as well, I
Disney?
think.
That's not Disney.
Shooting straight past the copyrighted characters.
The Animal Kingdom one, Nom would have 100% covered up the I and the M, and it would have said Anal Kingdom.
Nom's about to die. Wooloo has come for him.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, you are now entering a stress-free zone. And my favorite part of this picture is not only that Nom's in it, but the fact that right next to it, it says enforced by sniper.
Yeah.
That's one of
pretty
my
good.
favorite ones. In my headcanon for this piece is this is us luring Roran into a trap.
No. Also, Vital just told me that they're not copyright, so we can look at all these pictures.
I thought
Are
it was
you
owned
sure?
by Disney.
Oswald is definitely copyrighted
Yeah.
because they used him in a recent video game.
So
Semi-recently.
they reset the copyright.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Classic.
100%.
Nom's showing off his room, and my only issue with this is that there is not a large enough photoshopped pile of gold in it.
Mmm.
True.
Yeah.
And look at what are these big
Oh.
bay windows? What's that on about?
Pending.
So apparently the copyright hasn't been approved yet, but just for safety, because I don't know the ins and outs of this, we're still gonna avoid them. We're just still gonna avoid them, just to be
Yeah.
safe. I think this was Lyra's favorite, Nom at the nuclear reactor.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
I'm
good
pretty
one.
sure it was.
And then we have Nom at the arc reactor,
Mm-hmm.
which is
It's getting
genuinely.
real.
I also
He
like.
was doing a reactor world tour.
He was. And then we
Look,
have Nom's.
he's found the shiny rock that shines in the sun. Now he's found a shiny rock that shines on its own.
Mm.
And then
And he ate it.
You said this is Nom's Universal tour, but I'm pretty sure that this location is still on Earth.
Yeah, but
he's
he can
heading out.
go. Yeah, he can go
But
anywhere.
see, we didn't get any pictures of him going anywhere until this one.
It's true. And then he went.
Featuring Oswald.
Featuring
Always featuring Oswald.
this one's pretty funny. Nom
Yeah.
did what they told him he couldn't do. I just imagine this is Nom like in a ship just floating through space. Just can't find this Alderaan planet. GG's, I guess.
I needed a Nom selfie going, this is pod racing.
Ugh.
That would have been
Pod
good.
racing.
If only he had been pod racing.
We have Nom's trip to New Bonnie, which is an Overwatch map for those who don't know.
Yep, I did not know that, so thank you.
Got it. Okay, so Oswald is covering Vital in the pictures.
Mm.
Oh.
I understand now. Nom was there for the 7th Umbral Calamity. That is absolutely copyrighted, though.
Yep.
Little known fact, Nom is friends with the champion of Hyrule. Now, what's that like,
Damn,
Nom?
go off, Nom.
It's true.
It's almost like Nom's connected to every universe where every couple hundred years some bullshit pops up.
Mm-hmm.
Nom is an interdimensional traveler.
He is. And then this one's just funny.
This one's my favorite.
This is
Yeah.
your favorite?
Yeah, this is my vote.
The kobold.
A
This
kobold?
is also.
A kobold!
This is
Yeah.
also your favorite, Sky?
Yeah, this is also my favorite.
Well, that's
It's between this one and the sniper one, but
Sniper's pretty good.
Okay. So what we're going to do, chat, at the end, by the way, is we're going to take all of our favorites, we're going to put them in a poll, and chat's going to decide. And it'll be a long poll so that people can look at all the images again and take their choices.
mm-hmm.
Noms with Sky, which...
Me.
Nom... See, the only thing... Huffle, you've been here long enough to know how Nom feels about children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nom would not be in that room.
Should have edited a knife into that hand.
Should have edited a flamethrower into that hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Nom at a concert.
Damn. Went to go see Greta? Hell yeah.
Went to the Shaky Knees Music Festival.
Man said, I'm done with all this emotional shit. I'm going to see a music festival.
Huffles in chat. Canva. It was all on Canva. Oh, we fixed the gap. Oh, I can't scroll any lower, so this is the final picture.
The entries have been seen.
All right. I wanted the actual Perry, but I couldn't find a transparent actual Perry hat, but I couldn't find a transparent one, so I used a TF2 fedora instead. You know what? I still think it looks good. So well done.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
All right. Let's set up that poll. Question. Which nom is best? Okay, so both of you voted for nom the Kobold. And then we have Brando's, which is date with nom at McDonald's. We have Rosie's, which is nom at the reactor. We have Ferret's. Ferret, yours was nom at which one?
It was the
Titanic. It was something grayscale.
Yeah, it was grayscale.
It was nom at
that.
Yeah, nom
That
playing
thing.
with plutonium.
Yeah.
Nom plus.
I think that's isn't that like
I'm pretty sure that's them making the atomic bomb at the Manhattan Project.
that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought they were making some sort of bomb.
We're just gonna call it the Man-Namen Project.
The Man-Namen Project.
And we have nom at Jamestown.
No, I'm at Jamestown.
All right. So, for the sake of fairness, there will be no additional votes.
Oh yeah.
Damn, no cheating.
The duration
No
of the poll is going to be, what do you guys think, 5 minutes or 10 minutes?
5 minutes is probably fine.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. The poll has been started. We're going to go through the pictures again. So I think the closest one to the top is the Man-Namen Project.
I believe so.
I'm also going to cast my vote. And then we have... Which one was next? We have Nom at Jamestown next. Which is my personal favorite. Followed by Brando's personal favorite, first date with Nom at McDonald's.
Yes, you're too late, Matt. You had to get it in by 10. God.
Dang.
Or 11 your time, I think.
It would have been 11 their time. And
Dang, Matt's was color graded.
well, if only my mans had entered in the how hasn't this been open for weeks?
No,
Maybe a month.
It's been open for a month.
Matt, yours is the best one. It's color graded.
Then we have Nom at the nuclear reactor.
Gotcha.
You
Why
can really
does
see
Steam
the
like this.
And that's it?
sucks.
Oh no,
You
that's
can-
not it.
You can really see the effort in. I feel like you should go to Matt's.
Yeah, I mean, we can show Matt, so we can look at it.
You can look at it, but
You
don't
can
touch.
really.
I
you can
can't
really
pull. I
see the
can't
effort.
pull up enough to get it. Hang
God,
on.
is that my 1 second sunset from today? You color graded Nom to fit my 1 second sunset? Why is he so pixelated? Is that to match the drawing?
So I need to get
Oh
permission
my
from an artist real quick.
Unfortunately, oh, you did commission Sky for the sunset. Okay.
So I feel like, I mean, Sky, if you really are, you like the quality of your work, I feel like that should be your favorite.
Right?
I like the quality of my work that's not done in 1 second.
The only unfortunate thing is this little highlighted area right here.
What
It's
highlight?
true.
Because the technical deadline was, in fact,
At
3
10.
days. No, it was technically
Well,
3 days ago.
Well, yeah.
So,
Yeah. True.
Yes.
I can only afford a second.
Hell
Alright.
yeah.
There's still time to get those votes in.
Of course
Oh,
you
yeah,
have
we're
my
voting.
permission.
It's done.
Yeah, I voted.
No, I'm at the reactor. God,
Hey,
this
Now
one's
that
still
one-
funny.
that one
there's
there's
more
a-
in the
there's an-
channel.
Yeah, there's a new one.
Oh dear lord.
That one I would vote for. I stand by the quality of that work.
This.
The credits in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. My at
What
is
is
clearly
that?
visible.
How
He's
is that?
super.
He's
He's
super
He's super
reacted.
down. Jesus.
Unfortunately,
I'm not even eligible.
Yeah, you are
Jesus.
eligible, actually. Oh, we have a tie right now.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Vote, bitches!
God.
Vote!
Don't vote for number one.
Wow. Vote for one? Because one is America. America good for the people.
Fuck no,
America.
it ain't.
Oil. People.
America ain't good for the people.
I mean, if it stays tied, we just make another poll with just those two as options.
Yeah, that is what
Because
we're gonna do.
there's an odd number of votes of other votes, so that
Yeah.
means that we should have a winner.
It will be okay. God, so many super reactions going on right now. Are these all Matt? Nope, that's Barrett.
One of them's me.
Sky Cut.
I only have the emotion. I only have the monetary power to react normally to things.
I'm waiting for the last second vote to just sneak through here, though.
Someone quick, make another account. Oh, Matt's in
I
the
was
other
gonna say.
video on.
All right, we have a tie, so we're gonna set up a 3-minute poll. It's gonna be Nom the Kobold versus Nom at Jamestown.
Who will win?
Tempted to add additional votes to this at $1,000 at 1,000 coins a pop, but I'm not going to. Because I know some of you have more than enough to make that work for you.
Isaac with a casual 40,000.
So the portal has begun to expand beyond the limitations I've set for it.
It's simply
Wait,
simply
are
going
they made by
off-
the same person?
What?
Foxglove and Foxglove. Okay, so Foxglove
well,
is winning, but I still want to know what picture we think is best.
Yes.
Don't do it, PT. Damn you! Sad days.
Nom does win either way, though.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
Welcome back, Nom.
Nom wins.
All right.
How's Matt doing?
Yeah.
He's doing pretty well.
That's good.
He's mad that his wasn't you know,
Accepted.
Did he,
yeah.
did he try
Well,
reading the
if
fucking
he'd-
rules?
Yeah. We even
Well,
the deadline was extended.
He said he read the rules, but he wanted to be a little.
You know
little
what?
rule
You know
breaker.
what, ladies and
And-
gentlemen? Let's just hear it from Matt himself.
Oh, so true.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
So,
It's funny. I didn't say anything that Ferret is.
No,
It's
Weeks and years of befriending Sky to be able to get a free commission. So
I know.
I may have not been able to make the time, but do you know how long it takes to make someone black and white? It's not a
It
simple
takes
process.
forever, dude.
So
That's
I get it.
sliders.
so,
Oh, saturation slider
in
is
Photoshop,
really
you could just click
hard.
make black and white.
so, yes. So while we're sitting here waiting for this poll to finish, we are going to go through and do some honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
Both of Matt's and Elliot's are honorable mentions, even though they weren't in on time.
Okay, what about mine? Mine was the first one.
Yours was the very first one, and I think served as a great example.
Mine.
But here's
Oh, Matt.
here's what I think are some of our honorable mentions that didn't make it into the final 5. Stress-free zone is forced by sniper. Absolutely
Yes.
an honorable
That's a good one.
mention.
That one is my second place for sure.
It's a good meme. It's a good meme.
Mm-hmm.
Well picked meme.
Meme
checks out. Meme checks out. Meme review.
Meme checks out.
Review.
Actually, I feel like that would be a good YouTube channel.
The
All
only
you do is review memes.
Vital.
no,
If
those have
Nom-
always died.
Yeah.
I know.
If Nom was color graded, I think this would have stolen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also, I mean, I have like the same thing with the Nom the Kobold one. The only reason I think that maybe did not win is because it was just the Perry the Platypus hat. If it had got something from the campaign that made him Nom the Kobold, I think that one would have been a lot stronger.
Did you mean Elliot's hat?
Sure,
So
something like
true.
that. You know?
Oh my god, Elliot's hat. We haven't seen that in a long time.
And then, some other honorable mentions. This one's great. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
And, okay, Greg, yes, genuinely, Nom had got in touch with NASA is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's good.
Like I said,
adding the
It
bubble on the
almost
head
won
was
it
good.
for me.
Adding the bubble on the head was huge.
Yeah,
So I want to say the reason I chose Nom at Jamestown is because not only is it a really funny picture, but it correlates directly to stories Nom has told in the campaign.
Yeah.
It does relate to the campaign.
it is a reference.
Yeah,
It is, and it's an old reference.
Yeah.
It's like 3 months
bad.
old at this point.
Is
It's been
it?
about 3 months since you first went to the bar.
I wish that someone had put you in front of like just a bunch of trees to reference the tree tier
If
list.
someone referenced
better
the
yet-
tree
If somebody
tier
put
list-
Nom in front of like a bar graph that said tree tier list,
Mm-hmm.
See now
Or
all
just
this
a tree tier list in general.
and
See
then
now all this inspiration leads to Newson's World Tour.
So true. I'll just go through and make selfie versions of all of us.
Come on, PT.
And
let's
that'll
get more
just
free
be-
shit.
okay. So here are my thoughts.
Mhm.
Sky,
make a
if
sub
you're
goal.
actually going to do that.
Sup, go.
Oh, actually, you know what? We'll do this. Okay, so chat, I haven't talked about it the entire stream. I'm ready to talk about it now. Next
First
week,
He's quitting.
starting.
Bits, crits, and halfwits is over.
We know we
Next-
just got several of you invested with our emotionalness, but it's
Next,
done.
next week, starting at the start time for Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, I'm going to be doing a subathon. I will make. I will make.
Originality.
Hey, you got to steal from your friends.
No, you're good. I'm messing.
If I will make one of the sub goals another world tour.
Okay.
If Sky's willing to do the art for it, obviously. And if not, I
Well,
will
you're
pay
gonna
for
have
the-
some money to pay
Exactly.
for the commission.
Exactly.
You better
But-
just make the goal enough to pay Sky.
If not, you'll have.
That's
if
a
not,
very
you'll
easy
have
target.
to. You'll have to wait for the next competition. We do one every couple months. Get people some stuff from chat. The last one we did was the meme competition. But
This is true.
I will be doing a subathon starting next Monday. There will be I have a lot of fun stuff planned. I have some cool stuff. I think it'll be a good time. I think it'll be a really good time. More info will come later in the week, so be sure to join us for our later streams. I'll be live again tomorrow at 5 o'clock Central, playing probably Dinosaur Game, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the Dinosaur Game.
Ask Matt to commission another 1 second piece.
I get one.
I'm sorry, that was a funny bit.
Yeah,
That just comes
catch us on our next world tour, Newton's Real Horns World Tour.
Wow.
But everybody, thank you for joining us. Thank you for having a great time with us tonight. Thank you to Sky for raiding in. Thank you to Cloudbear, Zarly Boxy, Purple Fire Kitty, and Beyond Oasis for the follows. Thank you to everybody who came and hung out with us. Thank you to everybody who submitted for Nom's World Tour. All of the submissions were great.
Thank you.
Loved them all.
Look,
Matt,
Matt,
yours
if
was
you've
my
been
favorite.
on time,
Sky, I don't want to hear
But
any of your attitude.
that,
It took you pretty.
all right, folks, that does bring us to the end of our stream. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for really helping to make this stream something special. This community is great. We love it. We foster it. And we will hopefully see you all again tomorrow night. I'm going to send everyone over to Flamtastic. Everybody hop in that chat. Say TPK. You know what to do. Just drop one of those as soon as you drop into chat. And until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. The bar's low, and we'll see you then. Say bye, everyone.
Bye! Bye!
bye everyone!
Bye.